Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone messiah, and I'm joined by the guy that is no longer the Bullet Cast champion, got dethroned by Katie, who is not here. Mr. Brandon Tanguma, the Bullet Cast in the bank. What's going on, man?
Well, Philip, could be better. Happy Labor Day, everyone. 3-day weekend, fun time. Summer's officially over, but that means, football season starting up. Great time. But yes, no longer Bulletcast champion, unfortunately. It all just came down to one match. This show was kind of predictable. I picked Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Katie picked Judgment Day. We'll get into that match. But overall, a solid episode, a solid show of Payback. But yeah, let's get into it, Philip. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. It's been a long few days. Been a long few days. Oh man, but yeah, no. Payback it over delivered. People weren't really excited about this pay-per-view, but all the good business was done. So Brandon, with that being said, let's get into it. Let's get into the Payback match card.
We started off with the cage match, Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. It says 20 minutes on the dot, allegedly via Wikipedia, which is a very great source, kids, for information if you are writing a paper early in your school year. But Becky Lynch gets the win via pinfall. Of course, it's a WWE cage match. We can't just have a straight up one-on-one. There has to be some sort of interference in a cage match, which is supposed to keep people outside. Zoe Stark gets involved. Becky fends her off and ends up getting the win. I thought it was a solid match. Maybe obviously overblown, I would say, but Michael Cole. Michael Cole was just, oh my God, this is a match of the year contender, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was a good match. Not match of the year contender, but crowd was into it. Started off, starting the show off hot. They, battle on top of the cage. They did a cheeky little spot where Trish was on top of the cage, and then they turned it into just a regular superplex off the top rope, but just how they transitioned from Trish on the cage to the top rope, they kind of made it look like it was, a move off of the top of the cage. So, overall, as I said, solid match. And there was the ending of Zoe Stark breaking up with Trish Stratus at the weight today on Monday to see what happens if there's some follow up on that.
I thought this was fun. Why couldn't it be a match of the year contender, huh? Better than that flippy stuff on the other channel. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, there is a
There was
lot of
psychology here. This was good. Trish at her age, 47 years old, taking insane bumps like that. I mean, kudos to her. She really, if this is it for this run, or if she's really done, what a great way to cap it off with a match like this, going toe to toe with Becky. The video is circulated of her telling a fan to shut the F up during her entrance, which was great. I watched the match twice, man. Trish was really just kind of in her bag in this match from the moment her music hit and she walked out, and that look and that demeanor, just the confidence that was around Trish back in 05 when she had that really great heel run when she was the women's champion. Then, man, it's just good stuff. Good stuff, man.
Finally, this feud is over. It seems as though this could be the end of the road for Trish. I wouldn't be mad if we continue to see her. I think she's better, even though as I agree with you, she's been doing some like good character work as a heel. But I think at the end of the day, Trish Stratus as a babyface is probably, as a legend babyface, is where she should be. But if this is the end, it was a great end of the road. Maybe she comes back for a Royal Rumble or WrestleMania appearance. But yeah, we had some qualms about the Becky Trish stuff just because they did elongate it. This should have been a wrestle at SummerSlam.
I had no qualms.
I know Phillip says this was perfect. Storyline of the year. Give it to Casty now.
We might have to give it to Cassie now. I don't know, but the year's not over. The year's not over. No, I mean, just she's kind of raised the bar for legends to come back and have real runs. Like, I'm interested to see who can come back and do stuff next. Cena, he's back. Looks like for a real little run. Let's see what he can do. But this was fun.
Speaking of John Cena, he comes out. He is the host of Payback, and he comes out. And he gets interrupted by the Miz. Miz says he did not expect John Cena to pander to the crowd. I mean, Miz, have you not been watching John Cena for the past 20 years? Come on. And they go back and forth, and it gets into John Cena being the special guest referee for the Miz and LA Knight match. Philip, what did you think of the interaction between Miz and John Cena, and if you want to leak it into what happened on SmackDown as well. But John Cena is back for this run. It definitely has nothing to do with the Screen Actors Guild and writer strike going on right now.
No, he loves World Wrestling Entertainment. It's
I
his
mean
bread and butter.
that's what you would think because he didn't make any mention of the writer strike or anything like that. So stay
Exactly.
strong, everybody.
He's back to do this. The next match is Miz and LA Knight.
Correct. That's what happened. With it.
Second match on the card is hard to be. That's a hard spot for anybody to be. LA Knight, he's so over. They did good business. Cena and LA Knight in getting each other's faces. I like that. I was like, okay, they're really showing LA Knight is he's gonna be somebody here in the game for a nice little while. Gets the win over the Miz. Blunt force trauma 1, 2, 3. Cena gives him the endorsement when they are on the stage. Yeah. Congrats to LA Knight, man. Big win over Grand Slam Miz.
Yeah, I mean, it was an okay match for Miz and LA Knight standards. I think it was probably on the higher end of what you would expect. Cena played it straight down the middle, didn't favor Miz or LA Knight, which would to be expected because it's John Cena, goody two shoes. And as you said, they had an interaction, John Cena and LA Knight up on the stage. LA Knight was reluctant to acknowledge the handshake, and Cena raises his hand, and that's that. I don't know what to make of this. You got Cena on pretty much every SmackDown for the next like month and a half. If you just kind of plopped in and wasn't paying attention, you probably was like, oh, okay, maybe they're going to do a LA Knight John Cena feud. I don't know if that's the way to go, but because if it's LA Knight John Cena, people love him. They love LA Knight too. If you put them both together against each other, I think that kind of cools down LA Knight a tad bit, or you put him as a tag team, which may be wasteful of what John Cena could do in a singles capacity for the next couple, month and a half. But we'll find out. We'll see.
We shall see. We shall see.
All right. Hashtag analysis. Then we get the United States Championship. Rey Mysterio defending against Austin Theory. This one only goes 9:45. Shortest match of the night. Got in, got out. Nothing really happened. It was just a match for the sake of a match, and Rey Mysterio won. Good for him.
Congrats, Ray, the champion of our country, and still
the United States champion. Nothing else, Phillip?
I got my, what you want me to say?
I don't know. I mean, break down the moves and the holds and the psychology of this 9-minute middle of the card match. No? All right. Maybe we'll have something more to say on this Steel City street fight. Not only did it crown a new Bulletcast champion, it also crowned a new undisputed WWE Tag Team champion as the Judgment Day beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in 20 minutes, 45 seconds. A lot, and I mean a lot, of Judgment Day interference. We had Dominic come out. We had Rhea spear Kevin Owens. We had JD McDonough pull out, I think it was Zayn on a pinfall victory. Just everything in the books.
I will say this. Congratulations to Judgment Day that he got a very meaningful win. Grand Slam Finn. Finn is now a Grand Slam champion in WWE. Congratulations. The spot of them, putting on the jerseys and then getting the hockey sticks and KO bleeding was great. KO doing that swanton. I hope he's all right. I mean,
his booty cheeks are okay.
Yeah, his tailbone really. I mean, geez, that looked unsettling. It says a lot about KO and Sami that it took all these other people to beat them. It actually makes them look stronger in defeat. Dominic Mysterio with the grade A assist at the last second, smashing the Money in the Bank over Sami Zayn's head, Finn draping the shoulder over, got the big win. Congrats to Judgment Day, man. They needed this. They desperately needed this. Now we can kind of let them have their little tag run while Damian waits in the abyss to cash in his Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Judgment Day winning, and even like winning by interference, but I just felt like they went so over the top with it. It was like they interfered like in the middle, and then that's what sparred the Penguins jerseys and the bleeding, kind of that next half that kind of I think took the match over for a lot of people. That made it the best match of the night. But then, as I said, the JD McDonough thing, you had the Rhea Ripley thing, and then the finish of Dominic Mysterio getting involved. Like if they just kind of cut that stuff in half or maybe a little bit more, I think it made it a little more palatable, but I think it just kind of made a joke and a farce of the entire match because I mean, what it went 20 minutes. 10 of those minutes were like a 5-on, or at least a 3 to 4-on-2 advantage for Judgment Day.
Once again, it makes KO and Sammy look stronger in defeat.
It makes them look like kind of dumb, and it also makes them look like they have no
I,
friends, because you should expect the Judgment Day to maybe have something up their sleeve.
oh, okay. Well, what other friends do they have?
Well, I mean, they've been interacting with a lot of people. I mean, Cody was on the show. That Cody was there. He could, Cody could have been a good person and done it, but he can
We
help
don't know
out.
what Cody was doing. We don't know where he was in the arena.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, they've interacted with like Matt Riddle,
Oh,
Drew,
he
Drew
wasn't.
McIntyre's there. I mean, we don't know who's all there backstage.
Exactly. So if we don't know who was all there backstage, why are you complaining nobody ran out? We don't know where these people were.
I'm just saying from an enjoyment standpoint, I just think they could
It
have
was utter
cut down.
chaos. We love it.
They could have cut down on the over the top interference just a tad bit.
I mean, we've seen crazier interference in the past. This was a little bit. This wasn't that much. JD
It
McDonough
wasn't that much. It was literally 5-on-2.
Okay. We've seen worse in the history of this business. We've seen worse.
Well, just because we've seen worse, just because we've seen Vince Russo kill a company, doesn't mean we should take this line down.
What does Vince Russo killing a company have to do with the interference in a?
Well,
in
you
a
said
tag
we've
title?
seen worse.
Okay, I'm talking about interference wise. I'm not talking about business decisions of companies. That doesn't make any sense. You're going off topic.
I'm staying on topic.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. What does Vince Russo killing a company have to do with interference of a tag title match?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm not a historian of the business and knowing every single thing that Vince Russo did in WCW in 2000 to 2001, but I'm pretty sure there was some interference and some dumb booking decisions in terms of matches and match finishes.
Okay.
Okay.
Creative wise, that's not really why WCW went under. I mean, it was a bad product, sure, but the financial decisions and everything else like that, which led to Vince McMahon buying the company.
I would argue creative was the driving force behind WCW going under,
I don't know, man.
along with some bad financial decisions.
There are some products that creative has not been great, and they are still around. So
Shot at Impact, which is not terrible right now, which is good.
Are we sure? Are we sure? Look, JD McDonough proved, his allegiance to the Judgment Day. Dirty Dom making the last minute save. Great. Congrats to the Judgment Day. They're the new tag champions. What happened after this?
Well, I probably should have written this down because I am just going off of I'm going off of just the Wikipedia. This one's on me. I forget exactly when Cody Rhodes did his little spiel. He was on the Grayson Waller show, but the Grayson Waller show happened on this show, and Cody came out, did his kind of meta commentary about, oh, you're gonna make fun of me, and then I attack you, and blah 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 blah. But none of that happened. Ended up, Jey Uso comes out, and now he's a part of the Raw roster. So they listen to me. They listen to the Bulletcast that they are just going down the Rey Mysterio route from last year, and Jay is just moving over brand so he doesn't have to deal with the problem of his family.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, this decision was kind of made before you even said that, but all right.
That's fine. It means I'm on the same wavelength. It means I got a great mind. I mean, I don't have any sources. I would know that they were going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't know.
I would know.
You wouldn't know.
I would not know.
Jey Uso, Monday Night Raw, super kicks Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller holding up Pepsi to his face. Haha, winking and nodding. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff on the regular episode. But yeah, congrats to Jay. Let's see what he does as main event Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw. Raw is Uso?
I guess. I mean, what do you think, just preliminary wise, what is Jey Uso going to get involved with? Is he going to...
He's going to dethrone Gunther.
Okay. I mean, I would say as we're recording this on Monday, maybe...
Pinned one unstoppable force, he can do it to another.
Okay.
Fastlane, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they build up with SmackDown Survivor Series around the corner. Maybe they do a War Games there. I know Triple H said he doesn't want it always to be a War Games, but Judgment Day's there. They're building up more people. At least the 4 men of Judgment Day, if you count JD McDonough, maybe KO and Sammy get some friends like Jay and Cody, and they can have a match there. Or, as you said, maybe Jay just legit just does his own thing, wrestles Gunther, wrestles whoever it is. Maybe he wrestles Seth, but babyface, probably not going to happen. But yeah, as I said, probably
you do the champions versus each other at Survivor Series again. You have Solo win the United States title. You have Jay win the IC title. Boom, you can do something like that.
There it is.
There you go.
Moving on, staying with Judgment Day, because this was the Judgment Day show. Their faces were on the poster. Rhea Ripley successfully defends her women's world title against Raquel Rodriguez, not to be confused with Raquel Gonzalez, who Corey Graves and Wade Barrett has called her in the past couple shows. But this one goes 17-20, and Rhea wins. I mean, match was just kind of there. Maybe could have shaved down some minutes off of it. Yeah, I mean,
Dom once again with the assist, the greatest assister of all time. Love it, just love it.
Better than John Stockton.
Honestly, if I knew who that is, I would care, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Dom, Dirty Dom, the best assist in the game. Yep. Congrats to Rhea. Congrats to mommy. You saw the tweet she put out?
She puts out a lot of tweets
about the her face being on the chairs.
I did not see this, but they can imagine what she said.
Yes. I'm sure the IWC had a field day with that one.
Well, I know there's probably a lot of people who wish their faces were on seats, and anyways,
vice versa. Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on. What happened?
The main event of this match, only a 6-match card.
Love it.
Seth Rollins defends the world title against Shinsuke Nakamura. Seth comes out first, as you know, not the biggest fan of that, but it kind of played into Nakamura coming out second. He gets a fantastic anime hype package.
What was the time on this?
This was 26:05. The Great Muta, Keiji Muta, was at ringside for some reason, and all that just to see Shinsuke Nakamura lose as Seth retains. The story going into it was the back. Seth was selling the back, but then also he was doing some high flying and some moves that made him land on his back. So maybe the psychology there wasn't exactly 100%.
You go high risk and high reward, even if it's going to inflict a significant amount of pain on yourself. And we've seen Jeff Hardy do this from time and time again.
Darby Allin, just all these crazy people.
Yeah. Yes.
I enjoyed the match. I think it did drag just a little bit. I did like the story involved, very sports centric, going after the back and Nakamura. It was a little slow and plotted, and almost kind of had that like Nakamura, epic New Japan type beginning to it, because it was a little slow to start, and it didn't get that crescendo like a New Japan style main event would, at the very, very end. But I like the match. I think I might just. I think I go with this one being the best match of the night. I would say it's probably between this one and the steel cage match to open the show. I think the crowd did hurt it just a little bit. They started off hot. Pittsburgh, not exactly the hottest wrestling crowd in the world, and they were up for the first few matches, and they kind of like died. I don't want to blame it on the Mysterio match, but it kind of went downhill after that. They got up for points, but just they weren't there for the entirety of the main event.
They were not there for the entirety of the main event.
Pittsburgh, step your game up.
Please. We need Pittsburgh to step their game up. Look, it wasn't what we thought it could be. I thought maybe they were gonna tease maybe even a Judgment or a Damian Priest cash in. They didn't do any of that. Rollins was attacked after the show by Nakamura.
Presumably, we're gonna see this at Fastlane now.
Yes, Nakamura's first WWE main event. That's
good for him. I mean, how long has this been now? Like 6 years he's been on WWE.
Yeah, his first WWE main roster main event. Sometimes it takes time, man. Sometimes it takes time.
He's like Bret Hart. Maybe not like Bret Hart, but kind
Bret,
of
Bret
like Bret
Hart,
Hart.
when was Bret Hart get there? What, 88, 80, 86? And then
Something
he
like that.
main events in what? 87, 89, 90, 91, 92. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
As
All
much
in
as
all,
I would love for that to happen, I do not think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to have a Bret Hart career in WWE.
no, no, no. Brett, I mean, Brett, what, won 6 WWE titles? So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, congrats to Seth Rollins' retention, proving he is a great champion. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Payback? What's the score? What's the grade?
Nothing was bad on the show. Everything just kind of probably met, I would say, expectations. It was a fine show. Only 6 matches, as I said, so didn't overstay its welcome. I would just give it like a solid B. Just a good show. Just kind of hard, now that they're going up against college football and some other things now that we're getting into the fall season. I mean, it was fine. We'll get into All Out, have our All Out recap probably tomorrow. I would definitely say All Out blew this card out of the water, but one show cost you $50. The other show was on Peacock that you
Okay,
pay like maybe
buddy.
$5 to $10.
Oh, you're one of those, huh?
I mean, I just think it's a
Did,
fact.
did your life feel threatened also?
No, my life did not feel threatened.
I'm telling, he was a great guy. He fantastic to us. I don't believe
I was
any.
in a very closed environment. I was literally right next to that man, and I did not fear for my life.
Oh God, I can't wait till we talk about that. Oh my God. Guys, stay tuned for the regular episode. We are going to go in depth on the CM Punk of it all.
Again,
Yeah.
every single week it feels like.
No, we're with the new and this is WWE Payback Recap. We just started talking about Phil. Chicago is holding Survivor Series.
Chicago will be holding Survivor Series. I would not put any money on old Brooksy showing up there just because there's probably going to be some litigation involved, and it's this whole CM Punk drama is not over. Let's just say that. Hopefully, by the time we record on Wednesday, allegedly there's going to be an explosive CM Punk response. So hopefully that happens by
Is
then.
it gonna recreate the Colt Cabana podcast? Ironically, that's the first podcast I ever listened to.
I'm waiting for like a 10 slide 1,000 word typed up Instagram story.
Hey, if you see it before I do, screenshot it. All right, guys, thank you. Payback. I'm gonna give it a B. Also, we will be back for an all-out recap, and we will be back for the regular episode. Thank you guys so much. Be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.